life has a way of testing us through the people around us. Sometimes those we care about or trust deeply may hurt us, intentionally or not. And in those moments, our instinct may urge us to shout, argue, or seek revenge. But there is a quiet, powerful alternative, the kind of response that doesn't just protect you, it makes people reflect and regret their actions. Today, I want to share 7 silent behaviors that can make people regret hurting you and how practicing them can transform your life. The first silent behavior is mastering your own calm. When someone tries to provoke your you can either fuel the fire or extinguish it. Remaining composed, even in the face of hurtful words or actions, shows strength. People who try to harm you often expect chaos. When they find poise instead, they are forced to rethink their actions. Silence is not weakness. Choosing to speak less and observe more allows you to understand situations fully and prevent unnecessary conflict. People who have hurt you may expect immediate retaliation. When you remain quiet, you deny them that satisfaction, and in the end, your restraint becomes a powerful statement. Invest your energy in becoming a better version of yourself rather than in seeking revenge. Work on your skills, pursue your passions, and build your inner strength. Your growth and success are silent yet undeniable ways to show the world, and those who tried to hurt you, that their negativity cannot define you. Forgiveness is a silent weapon of the wise. Let go of resentment without compromising your boundaries. You don't need to reconcile or justify yourself, but by forgiving, you free yourself from the burden of anger. People who caused you harm may be haunted by the fact that their actions didn't break you while you move forward peacefully. Avoid engaging with negativity unnecessarily. Limiting exposure to toxic people or situations is a quiet act of self-respect. When you consistently prioritize your peace, you send a silent message. You will not allow anyone to disrupt your life. This behavior often leaves those who tried to hurt you wondering why you're unaffected. Actions speak louder than words. Achievements, progress, and happiness are the most profound ways to respond to those who doubted or hurt you. When you thrive, you don't need to confront or explain. Your life itself becomes the message, and it resonates more than any argument ever could. Finally, move forward without dwelling on the past. The more gracefully you live your life, the more evident it becomes to others that their actions could not hold you back. By walking confidently into your future, you allow them to silently realize that their attempts to hurt you were ultimately meaningless. In life, the most powerful reactions are often silent. They don't create noise, yet they leave an unforgettable impact. By mastering these behaviors, you not only protect yourself, but also teach others a lesson without saying a single word. True strength is quiet, and it's in that silence that people come to regret ever hurting you. One of the most powerful silent behaviors that make people regret hurting you is the ability to stay calm and composed, even in the face of provocation, insult, or betrayal. When someone tries to hurt you, whether with words, actions, or betrayal, the immediate instinct is often to react impulsively, to lash out, to defend yourself, or to seek revenge. However, reacting in haste rarely brings true satisfaction or resolution. Instead, it often escalates the situation, drains your energy, and gives the other person exactly what they want: a reaction, a sign of weakness, or a spark of chaos. Choosing calm over chaos is a mark of inner strength, discipline, and wisdom, qualities that are far more impactful than any argument or confrontation. Staying composed is not about suppressing your emotions or pretending that nothing affects you. It's about mastering your emotional response, taking a step back and observing the situation from a place of clarity rather than anger or fear. It means acknowledging your feelings without letting them control your actions, and choosing silence and poise over impulsive reaction, because silence often carries more weight than words ever could. When you remain calm, you create a space where rational thought prevails over emotional chaos, where decisions are made with intelligence rather than impulse, and where where your dignity remains intact regardless of how others behave around you. Composure is a silent but powerful statement to those who intend to hurt you. It communicates that their words or actions do not define you, that their negativity cannot penetrate your sense of self-worth, and that you are unshackable in your core values. It forces people to confront the fact that their attempt to provoke or harm you has failed, and this realization often leads to regret because they expected an emotional reaction, an argument, or a confrontation, but found none. Your calmness becomes a mirror reflecting their immaturity or negativity, making them reconsider their choices without you having to utter a single word in retaliation. In addition, staying calm allows you to maintain clarity and make better decisions. When you react impulsively, you may say things you don't mean, take actions that could harm your reputation, or escalate conflicts unnecessarily. Composure gives you control over your life, ensuring that your responses align with your values, your long-term goals, and your peace of mind. It enables you to navigate difficult situations strategically without giving power to those who try to diminish you. Remaining composed also inspires respect from others, not just from those who hurt you. People notice strength in silence, patience in chaos, and grace in adversity. This behavior elevates you above pettiness, jealousy, or revenge, and positions you as someone who is emotionally intelligent and unshakable. Over time, people who have attempted to hurt you begin to realize that their negativity has not only failed, but has, in fact, highlighted your resilience and strength, leaving them with a lingering sense of regret for underestimating you. Ultimately, staying calm and composed is a practice of self-mastery, a commitment to your inner peace, and a silent, potent way to demonstrate that no one's attempt to hurt you can take away your power. It is a behavior that transforms hurt into strength, chaos into clarity, and negativity into a lesson for others. A lesson that true strength is quiet, unwavering, and unshakable, and that those who try to harm you will soon see the depth of their misjudgment. Another silent behavior that makes people regret hurting you is the ability to speak less and observe more, a practice that requires patience, self-control, and emotional intelligence. In a world where reactions are often instantaneous and words are spoken before thinking, choosing silence is a rare and powerful strength. Many people who try to hurt others do so with the expectation of provoking a reaction, a heated argument, or a defensive response. When you deliberately choose to speak less, you deny them that satisfaction, and in doing so, you send a subtle yet powerful message that you are not easily influenced by negativity or drama. Speaking less does not mean ignoring problems, avoiding confrontation, or suppressing your voice. Rather, it means using discretion, choosing your words carefully, and allowing silence to communicate what words sometimes cannot. Silence allows you to process situations clearly, analyze motives, and understand the underlying and reasons behind someone's hurtful behavior. By observing more and speaking less, you gain insights that others miss, giving you the advantage of awareness and control in interactions that could otherwise spiral into conflict. Observation is a tool of power and discernment. When someone tries to hurt you, they often reveal their true character, intentions, and insecurities through their actions and words. By remaining quiet and attentive, you can identify patterns, motives, and weaknesses without exposing your own vulnerabilities. This silent awareness not only protects you from unnecessary harm, but also positions you in a space of strength where every move you make is intentional, calculated, and strategic. Those who intended to provoke you begin to realize that their attempts have not worked, because instead of engaging with their negativity, you have observed calmly, and your response is measured, thoughtful, and deliberate. Choosing to speak less and observe more also allows you to maintain your dignity. Reacting impulsively to hurtful behavior often leads to regret, because words said in anger cannot be taken back, and emotions expressed without control can damage relationships and reputations. Silence, on the other hand, demonstrates maturity, restraint, and confidence. It communicates that you are grounded, composed, and unshackable, and that you will not stoop to their level of hostility or manipulation. This behavior naturally creates a sense of regret in those who tried to hurt you because they realize that their attempts were ineffective, and your quiet composure speaks volumes about your inner strength. Furthermore, observing more allows you to focus solutions rather than problems, growth rather than conflict, and progress rather than resentment. When you invest your energy in understanding the world around you instead of reacting impulsively, you build resilience, wisdom, and perspective. You learn to respond when necessary, not out of emotion, but out of clarity and purpose. This kind of response is far more impactful than immediate retaliation because it comes from a position of knowledge, patience, and strategic thinking. Ultimately, speaking less and observing more transforms silence into a tool of empowerment. It teaches others that your peace cannot be disturbed by petty actions or words, that your strength is not measured by loud arguments, but by calm wisdom, and that those who try to hurt you will see the depth of their misjudgment in your composed, thoughtful, and deliberate responses. Over time, people will regret their attempts to harm you, not because of confrontation, but because your silence, observation, and measured actions reveal a level of strength, maturity, and awareness that they could never expect. And they are left quietly acknowledging the power of your restraint. One of the most powerful silent behaviors that make people regret hurting you is focusing on your personal growth, a choice that requires discipline, vision, and unwavering self-belief. When someone hurts you, the natural tendency is often to dwell on the pain, seek revenge, or fixate on the injustice done. However, the path of growth offers a far more profound and lasting form of response. By investing your energy in developing yourself, improving your skills, and building your character, you rise above the negativity, and those who attempted to harm you are left witnessing your transformation in silent regret. Focusing on growth means prioritizing your progress over proving a point, your development over retaliation, and your future over the past. Every effort you make to enhance your knowledge, nurture your talents, or strengthen your emotional intelligence is a quiet, yet undeniable statement to the world. People who tried to hurt you may have expected to see you falter, stumble, or become consumed by anger or bitterness. Instead, when you commit to self-improvement and focus on your growth, they are confronted with a reality they did not anticipate, a reality in which their actions have not held you back, but have, perhaps unintentionally, fueled your determination and resilience. Growth is multidimensional. It is not limited to professional achievements or material success. Emotional, mental, and spiritual development are equally vital. Learning to manage your emotions, understanding your value, and cultivating inner peace are all forms of silent strength. When you grow internally, external negativity loses its power over you, and those who have tried to hurt you realize that their influence is nullified. Their actions, instead of damaging you, highlight your ability to rise above circumstances, turning your personal evolution into a living testimony of resilience and wisdom. Focusing on growth also requires patience and consistency. Transformation does not happen overnight, and those who have hurt you may not see immediate results. The slow and steady progress you make becomes increasingly evident over time. Promotions, achievements, improved relationships, or simply the glow of confidence and self-assuredness are all subtle ways in which your growth communicates a message louder than any confrontation ever could. It is in the quiet victories, the incremental improvements, and the unwavering dedication to bettering yourself that you truly demonstrate your strength and leave others with a sense of regret for underestimating you. Another aspect of growth is using adversity as fuel. Every hurtful action, betrayal, or negative experience can be transformed into motivation to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Instead of wasting energy on resentment or revenge, redirect it toward learning, creating, and evolving. By doing so, you not only heal yourself, but also turn the negativity directed at you into a stepping stone for success. This process of turning pain into progress is a silent yet profound way of asserting that no one's attempt to harm you can define your trajectory. Ultimately, focusing on growth is a lifestyle of empowerment and self-respect. It demonstrates that your life is not governed by others' opinions, actions, or mistakes, but by your commitment to yourself and your dreams. When people who have hurt you witness your growth, they may feel regret, not because you confronted them, but because your life continues to move forward, stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled, unaffected by their negativity. In the quiet pursuit of excellence, in the dedication to becoming your best self, you create a living, breathing example of how true power and silent strength are cultivated, and how those who attempted to hurt you are left realizing that their actions only contributed to your unstoppable rise. Another silent behavior that makes people regret hurting you is the ability to practice forgiveness without forgetting, a choice that demonstrates immense strength, emotional intelligence, and wisdom. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as weakness, submission, or acceptance of wrongdoing, but in reality, it is a conscious decision to release the burden of anger, resentment, and bitterness from your own heart. When someone hurts you, holding on to resentment may feel satisfying in the moment, but it ultimately weighs you down, distracts you from your growth, and gives the person who harmed you continued control over your emotions. Forgiveness, however, frees you while also leaving the other person to quietly reflect on the impact of their actions. Forgiving without forgetting does not mean erasing the memory of what happened or ignoring the pain inflicted. It means acknowledging the hurt, understanding the circumstances, and choosing not to let it define you or dictate your future decisions. This approach allows you to maintain healthy boundaries, protect yourself from future harm, and make informed choices about who you allow into your life. People who attempt to hurt you often underestimate the power of forgiveness. When they see that you have let go of resentment but remain wise and cautious, they are confronted with a silent yet profound reminder that their actions did not break you, but instead strengthened your discernment and self-respect. Practicing forgiveness without forgetting is a form of silent strength because it removes the satisfaction that others seek from seeing you react with anger, revenge, or bitterness. By choosing to forgive, you demonstrate control over your emotions and refusal to be manipulated by negativity. You also communicate to the world that your peace of mind is non-negotiable, that your happiness is not dependent on others, and that your life is guided by wisdom rather than impulsive emotion. This behavior is subtle yet powerful. It teaches lessons without confrontation and leaves those who hurt you reflecting on the consequences of their actions. Moreover, forgiveness without forgetting allows you to grow emotionally and spiritually. It encourages self-reflection, empathy, and understanding, not for the benefit of the person who hurt you, but for your own development. You learn to navigate relationships more wisely, recognize toxic patterns, and make choices that align with your values and long-term well-being. Over time, this approach builds resilience, inner strength, and a sense of peace that cannot be shaken by negativity or betrayal. Those who have tried to hurt you may witness your calm, composed, and forgiving nature and feel the quiet weight of regret, realizing that their actions did not achieve the harm they intended. Forgiveness without forgetting also sets an example for others. It shows that strength is not measured by confrontation, retaliation, or anger, but by the ability to rise above pain with grace and wisdom. It sends a message that life's challenges challenges and the actions of others do not have the power to dictate your character. And that true power comes from maintaining integrity, compassion, and discernment. In this way, forgiveness becomes a tool not only for your healing, but also for inspiring others to adopt a similar approach to adversity and conflict. Ultimately, practicing forgiveness without forgetting is a silent, yet transformative behavior. It allows you to reclaim your peace, protect your heart, and demonstrate resilience without needing to verbally prove your strength. People who have hurt you may come to regret their actions, not because you confronted them or retaliated, but because your forgiveness combined with your wisdom and boundaries reflects a level of inner power and emotional mastery that they could never manipulate or diminish. In choosing forgiveness without forgetting, you turn hurt into a lesson, pain into growth, and negativity into a testament of your silent, unshackable strength. One of the most powerful silent behaviors that make people regret hurting you is letting your success speak for itself. A strategy that requires patience, focus, and unwavering dedication. When someone tries to hurt you, their expectation is often to see you struggle, to witness anger, frustration, or defeat. They may believe that causing you pain will destabilize your life or diminish your confidence. However, the most effective response is not confrontation or retaliation, but channeling your energy into your own achievements and growth, allowing your life to become the ultimate testament to your strength, resilience, and determination. Letting success speak is a silent, yet profound form of revenge, not the revenge born from anger, but the one born from self-mastery, discipline, and purposeful action. By focusing on your goals, advancing in your career, pursuing your passions, and continuously improving yourself, you create a reality that demonstrates without words that negativity, betrayal, or hurtful actions cannot hold you back. Every accomplishment, no matter how small or large, serves as a visible reminder to those who tried to harm you that their actions were ultimately ineffective and that your life is not defined by the cruelty or mistakes of others, but by your own commitment to growth and excellence. Success, in this sense, is multidimensional. It includes professional achievements, personal growth, emotional maturity, and the ability to cultivate meaningful relationships. It is reflected not just in wealth, recognition, or status, but in the peace, confidence, and fulfillment that you carry in your daily life. When you focus on building a life of substance and purpose, your success becomes a powerful, unspoken message to those who underestimated you or caused you pain. They may have hoped to see you falter or lose your direction, but your progress and accomplishments silently demonstrate your resilience and leave them questioning their own behavior and judgment. Letting success speak also involves maintaining grace and humility along the way. True success is not about flaunting achievements or seeking attention for validation. It is about living authentically, improving consistently, and demonstrating strength through action rather than words. When you succeed quietly and with integrity, your life becomes a natural reflection of your values, perseverance, and character. This kind of success carries far more weight than arguments, confrontations, or public declarations because it is tangible, undeniable, and visible in every area of your life. Furthermore, letting success speak is a form of empowerment that preserves your energy. Instead of wasting time on resentment, revenge, or proving yourself, you invest in your own journey, turning obstacles and hurtful experiences into motivation for excellence. This redirection of energy allows you to build a future that is not only rewarding for yourself, but also silently communicates to others that their attempts to harm you have failed. People who have tried to hurt you may feel a quiet sense of regret, not because you confronted them, but because your life Achievements and unwavering progress show that their actions had no power over you. Ultimately, letting success speak is about choosing a path of dignity, resilience, and purpose. It is the conscious decision to respond to negativity with action, to rise above conflict, and to demonstrate your worth through tangible accomplishments rather than empty words. The silent power of success leaves a lasting impression, teaching others that hurting you is ineffective and that true strength is measured by the ability to thrive despite adversity. By letting your life, your achievements, and your growth do the talking, you create a legacy that commands respect, inspires admiration, and instills regret in those who ever tried to bring you down, all without uttering a single word. In life, people will come and go, and some will try to hurt you intentionally or unintentionally. But the true measure of strength is not in reacting with anger, seeking revenge, or allowing negativity to consume you. It is in the quiet, deliberate choices you make. The calmness you maintain, the silence you practice, the growth you pursue, the forgiveness you offer without forgetting, and the success you allow to speak for itself. By embracing these silent behaviors, you take control of your own life, protect your peace, and rise above the limitations others try to impose on you. You transform hurt into wisdom, pain into progress, and negativity into fuel for your own journey. Those who sought to harm you may come to regret their actions, not because of confrontation, but because your life, your growth, and your unwavering strength show them that their attempts were powerless. Remember, the most powerful response is often invisible. Strength does not always shout. It flows quietly, steadily, and with purpose. When you live with integrity, focus on your growth, and let your achievements reflect your worth, you send a message far stronger than words ever could. No one can break you. And every challenge, every hurt, and every obstacle only shapes you into a stronger, wiser, and unstoppable version of yourself. Rise, thrive, and let your life speak silently, powerfully, and undeniably.